What's up, everybody? Matt Nuzzo, hanging out here with the Reedin SuperWing X. Check this thing out. All window, all the time. Well, I'm pretty excited about the window. Damien's like, I really don't care at all about the window. He was not, thinking about window or visibility or any of that stuff. His goal was to make a wing that was better performance, longer lasting, and solve for some of the issues that are coming out with wings. So he designed this. This is a material that's come from windsurfing, this X-ply. So the SuperWing X is using X-ply. The main thing is that the X-ply that they're using in windsurfing is like this 3 mil thick, kinks up and just can't deal with how you're handling a wing. And so what he did is he made this X-ply lighter weight. So I guess it's 1 mil, so it's a thinner and it's just a lot more pliable and softer. You can see that this wing is really taut, it's taut like a windsurfing sail was, little loose on the trailing edge there for the performance, but it's, this taut material here, really, it's crazy how it works. Like when you sheet in, it's just instant power on. You let go, instant power off. You luff the wing. It just like, there's no flutter. It's just like, you're just cruising along and the thing is just silent. There's no flutter, in the whole wing, which is one of my, as you know, I'm always complaining about wings fluttering. There's just no flutter in the wing while you're riding because of this canopy material. In the materials game, I've been kind of harping on our vendors for a long time. Like, in kiteboarding, we've had similar materials for a long time. In winging, I'm like, the people are starting to change the Dacron to some higher materials, but I'm like, what about the canopy? And wings was a perfect place to try these things because they're not kites. They're totally different. They have different characteristics, different performance needs, different durability needs. And so one of the key things that we've been finding, this is really just a first impression. We've only ridden this a few times, but this material is so much more durable. I was riding and freaking wing pops up, whammo, right into the canopy. I was like, oh, I just ripped Damien's SuperWing X, crap. And it doesn't, it's really durable. From the punctures of a wing, it's gonna save a lot of people a lot of wing repair money because you're just not gonna put the foil through it. So two things he wasn't planning on or thinking about was visibility. Having the whole thing be visible is great. You can, it is, it's not like looking straight downwind at nothing, but you can see anywhere. There's all range of visibility through the bottom, through the back of the wing. The other thing is just that durability of punching through it. So you get performance, durability, and visibility. It's like, wow, this thing is great. And it's a really good wing. I've been loving the SuperWing. Damien's designed a lot of wings at this point for a bunch of different vendors as well, and I've kind of ridden in all of them, and this is kind of the top of the pile of what he's been riding here. A couple little tech features on this that he's doing. So this little set up here, this fold strip, is really important to the longevity. So the fold strip. So with this SuperPly stuff, or this the X-ply stuff, what happens is you don't want to fold it in half. You don't want to be creasing it. You can crease it a little bit, but you don't want to have these big heavy creases in it because that's how it's going to make it break down faster. Being the lighter weight 1 mil is gonna make it much more pliable than the typical 3 mil. But this fold strip allows you to fold the wing in half and fit it in the bag. Go figure, somebody's thinking about how to actually use these things. That's what I'm talking about. So this is just your normal canopy material, that strip in the middle. He does have a couple battens in here. Batten down here, batten down here. Those two battens are just gonna really keep that trailing edge solid. A few things he's got here on the leading edge, nice rigid handle here on the leading edge. These two handles here, he recessed, you can see the strut, he recessed that strut so that you have more grip here. Didn't want to make the handle too long so your hands are too far off, and so he basically brought the handle closer, but with this strut, he hollowed out the strut so it's easier to grab on transitions. I did notice that on the previous SuperWings that this was a little tight. He also has this material so it's replaceable. Previously it was neoprene, now he's got this other material. It's comfortable, but it's also replaceable. Nice kind of rigid and sturdy handle there. He's got the dual inflate with the one pump system. I preferred having both valves, like valve here, just because it makes, I think for easier deflation. But he's using the 2 strut setup here. It comes with a leash with an extender, so it depends on how long you want that. And then a nice quality bag. That's gonna fit right in there. PSI, go max pressure. Go max pressure. So that's the SuperWing first impression. Really stoked on it. A lot of cool features. Most importantly, really fired up to see Reedin taking the chance and putting the time into using materials that are going to completely change how wings are made in the future. So great job, Reedin. Fired up on the SuperWing X. Congratulations. And if you're lucky enough to get your hands on one of these things, you're gonna be fired up because these wings are exceptionally good and I'm really loving them. Can't wait to ride them more. We'll do a full review once we've had a few months riding these things, beating on them, durability testing, and seeing how they go. Have more questions, give us a call at the shop, 252-987-6000, or reach out online, realwatersports.com. We'll see you guys on the water.